Hello everyone, and welcome back to Honkai Impact 3rd. This is the 4th time I am trying to do this now. And this time I actually started it before I noticed something was up. Thankfully, this is the very beginning of the chapter. We're starting chapter 15. Durandal has Kiana. Anyways. Schicksal Labs, North Africa, the day before the Ark City incident. This place was once a modern city that served as a hub between Europe and Africa. It was a beautiful Mediterranean metropolis that never slept. And then a single Honkai eruption transformed it into a dead city in the middle of a lifeless desert. Yet it was for these reasons that the city became Schicksal's ideal testing ground. Alarm sirens could be heard throughout the city. The countdown was broadcast at every corner. When the countdown reached 0, a cannon in the heart of the city roared and shook every grain of sand. A giant pillar of light shot up to the sky. The beam seemed powerful enough to cleave the world in two. The light then collided with something midair. The beam shattered a portion of the sky like a giant mirror and released a rain of broken shards. The shattered opening revealed a realm of chaos. Stars of ill omen blinked within the roiling darkness. What the fuck? Hundreds of shades materialized from the chaos, seeping through the broken gap and falling to the earth below. While these shades tore through the sky, the space-time fabric itself seemed to have tilted to one side. A blonde Valkyrie calmly observed the chaotic scene that unfolded before her. Durandal calmly gave her answer and dove straight into battle. Huh, she's got this ring around her. What is that? How do you, Durandal? Whoa, I just broke the pillar. Since when are there destructible environments in this game? Oh, damn. Okay. Not done yet. Having observed the test many times, Durandal knew the protocols like the back of her hand. 10 Hyperion-class Honkai reactors ran at maximum capacity beneath the city. These reactors powered the second key to breach the space-time barrier and create a tunnel to the Sea of Quanta. Why? But unstable quantum interface wetting would cause quantum shadows to materialize from the local dimension. Actually, I can kind of figure why. It doesn't relate to the current plans, though. I can't figure out how it relates to Otto's recent actions, but I can kind of figure why in general. Anyways, Durandal's mission was to defend the Divine Key and defeat the invading shadows. But the Sea of Quanta was not the objective of these experiments. Oh, reaching the operational threshold of the Divine Key made Stage 2 possible. The key could then create a tunnel that goes right through the quantum dimension and enter the unknown. The Terra Incognita, where laws governing the universe and the ultimate truth of life came into being. The imaginary tree. Yep, there it is. There it is. Somebody wants to go to the imaginary tree. Gee, I wonder who could want to pay a visit to the imaginary tree. Certainly not Otto. This actually makes a lot more sense to me than a lot of the other things he's done so far. Like, I'm sure I've said it before, but there's a lot of stuff Otto does where it's like, okay, I literally know what your end goal is, and I still can't figure out why you're doing this. Like, I cannot figure out how whatever it is you're doing here connects to that. But this does make sense. Meanwhile, at Schicksal HQ. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Otto's eyes followed the rapidly changing data sheets displayed on the lab monitors. The data was streamed from the African base and provided information about the firing of the Divine Key. Otto's lab was equipped with the most advanced Solium computers. Even then, finding useful hints from the astronomical volumes of data was near impossible. The key required vast power to fire and sustain its beam. Otto had less than a minute to make his observations. He must make sure that every moment counts. The massive data stream ground to a halt. Otto waited for his computers to generate a result. Vast amounts of resources were poured into this project because the Overseer needs a few numbers. Numbers that he has always been looking for. Numbers that he has yet to find. Otto's voice gave no hint of frustration. He understood the difficulties of these tests. He had less than a minute to observe a near infinity of targets. According to his calculations, the tunnel must be kept open for at least 80,000 hours to find a probable answer. Jeez. He was not interested in the false realities offered by the bubble universes. He must speed things up. A more efficient method for firing the divine key must be found. This remained the only way to fulfill his wish before the Honkai destroys human civilization. Ah. Okay, I may be starting to piece things together now. Haha! Get dodged, idiot. Okay. I've had enough of you, actually. Get back there, Durandal. Oh, I wish we were doing more damage. This is going quite slowly. But this is another one of those things where I assume we get some kind of material to slowly level up the unit that we're forced to use, or units, plural, I don't know, throughout the chapter. Will I ever get to use my own units again in the main story? Vimura Labs, 1 kilometer underground. The facility bustled with activity. Work begun with the end of every test. Instruments must be switched off or reset. The site must be cleared. The Vimur facility was dedicated to experiments using the second key and could withstand any surface-level attacks. Yet this key installation was only defended by a single Valkyrie. And this Schicksal ace rested in her quarters with a stern look on her face. She had just read the Artemis report sent by her adjutant Rita Rosweiss. The most powerful Valkyrie of Schicksal left her quarters without a word. Three hours later, the night sky lit up and illuminated the entirety of Ark City. The residents looked up upon this with wonder. They would never know that they had just escaped the clutches of death. Nor would they notice the savior of the city plunging lifelessly through the clouds. No one noticed, except for one. May dashed across the city's skyline, hoping to catch Kiana and break her fall. Enemy mechs closed in from all sides, May could not afford to slow down. Okay, so characters plural. We get May. I assume. I assume May isn't just for this one fight. Oh, thank God, I almost dropped my combo. There we go. Oh, damn, she's obliterating these guys. Come on. Come on. There we go. May kept swinging her blade. It was the only thing she could do. Oh my God. Cat is at the bottom of the stairs, whining at the top of her lungs. She's not allowed to go downstairs right now. She finally broke through the final defenses. She was so close to her friend, to Kiana. Ah, crap. Ah, crap. Before May got any closer, a brilliant blue comet fell from the heavens. The light faded and revealed a blonde Valkyrie who stood in her way. Oof. The wielder of the divine key abyss flower and the ace S-rank Valkyrie of Schicksal. May, an ex-Valkyrie, knew about Durandal's fearsome exploits. May faced the legend of Schicksal, but she would not back down from the fight. May drew a deep breath and tightly gripped her weapon. Durandal's attacks build up execution value on the Valkyrie. At full charge, the Valkyrie will be subjected to a throw by Durandal. And the execution value goes down slowly over time. we seem to be avoiding that well enough. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. Let me, get that down a bit. Ah! Ah, crap. What are you doing? Durandal leaped into the sky with Kiana, leaving a bright afterburner trail behind her. The glowing trail soon disappeared. May realized that she was left alone on the empty street. May gave chase and ran as fast as she could and tried to push herself beyond her limit. But however hard she tried, she fell further and further behind the trail of light. She exhausted every last bit of her strength and was forced to stop. May. She shook uncontrollably and released an emotional outpouring of regret, anger, and guilt. The ease with which Durandal brushed her aside and spoke of the fight cut like a knife to her heart. The act of recalling that fight made it worse. Her best friend was taken, robbed with such terrifying ease. But May could not forget this. She could not stop thinking about Kiana. The joyful time at St. Freya seemed to have taken place just yesterday. And then Kiana suddenly turned into the Void Queen of the Honkai, who wore a grim smile on her face. May fought long and hard for this reunion, only to see Durandal swooping in and taking her away. Everything had changed except for herself. She remained a timid girl hiding in her corner. She understood that her chances of getting her back were growing slimmer. Rita now. Heliopolis Life Sciences, Arc City. Rita stood amidst the wreckage. She just learned that Durandal responded to her request for help. That thought alone comforted her. Okay. Excuse me. That was very rude of you. Rita bit her lips when she saw the thoroughly destroyed database. Beep. Rita tried to remain calm, but she refused to cover up her failures. The long and dark night at Ark City finally ended with the arrival of dawn. But the serpent remained hidden. It prepared to make its next move. Oh wow, that's 15:06 already. That's kind of surprising, actually. Ooh. What do we have here? She could not see, hear, or smell anything. She reached around and felt nothing. It felt as though she was swallowed by the darkness and her body just kept sinking. Kiana tried to break free, but the harder she struggled, the deeper she sank. She wanted to scream for help, but no voice made its way out of her lungs. She finally saw a beam erupting from the depth of this abyss. Kiana tried to move herself closer to this beam. The beam grew brighter. Kiana could feel her senses returning. And then she heard a soft voice calling her name. It was gentle and familiar. Kiana recognized it to be May's. She was almost out of strength when she made it to the portal from which the light poured through. She instantly left the darkness behind her and dove into the world on the other side. Before she could celebrate her escape, the scene she saw shocked her. The once prosperous Ark City was consumed by fire. Smoke and screams of pain and suffering filled the skies. Kiana tried looking for May in this devastated ruin of a city, but found nothing but despair. She refused to believe this. She thought she had thrown that cursed bomb into space. How? What destroyed this city? Kiana desperately looked around for the cause of this disaster. She suddenly noticed her trembling hands. Her own hands. The hands of the Herrscher of the Void. Girlie's having a nightmare. Kiana's body tensed at once. She did not know this voice. Kiana's eyes slowly adapted to the light. She found herself in a heavily guarded cell. She knew at once what had happened to her. Is she reading Sherlock Holmes?
Durandal, いつかあんたと向き合う日が来るとは思ってたよ。心の準備ができているのでしたら、これからのことはスムーズに進みそうですね。質問がないようでしたら、横になってください。あなたには休息が必要です。
Kiana sensed no hostility, but that only made her more vigilant. She tried to appear calm. She knew that her situation was one of the worst things that could happen. Kiana called out to Fuhua in her mind, but there was no reply. She then closed her eyes and tried reaching out to her, but Fuhua remained silent. She thought about Fuhua's final words. The sense of despair she felt at Arc City loomed over her once again. But she was no longer the helpless Kiana from the past. Kiana saw her own panicked expression reflected on those blue eyes. Durandal's glare stifled her escape attempt. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna see something. Huh. Interludes. Huh. It doesn't look like there's anything about, leveling up trial Valkyries, actually. Interesting. Let's see what this is. HI3 の地下闇市と上条製薬は片付けた。渡りガラスも
無事撤退できた。天球士の成婚計画は実に残念だ。空の律者という貴重なサンプルも失った。しかしこれほど大事になるとやはり見て見ぬふりはできぬようだ。デュランダル、やっと姿を現したか。孫主、デュランダルが空の律者を連れて行きました。追跡班の報告によりますと、その目的地は北アフリカ。その場所は過去2年間で十数回の異常崩壊エネルギー増幅反応が観測されています。あの無人都市は
She keeps doing these really long pauses that make me think she's done talking.
出発しよう。僕たちにはやるべきことがたくさんある。
それともう一つ、15分と36秒前、不安定な状態にあったイオス号エンジンと接触した後、キアナ・カスラナが初めて自身の意思で空の律者形態になりました。崩壊エネルギー指数はシーリンのものとかなり差がありますが、彼女の羽化はすでに開始したと考えられます。彼女をいかがなさいますか？
彼女のことは僕が決める。
Oh boy.
承知しました。
What are your plans for Kiana, sir? Oh wow, we're already like halfway through this. Huh. Wonder if I might be able to get through the whole chapter in
彼女が目覚
one
めました。
episode.
とても不思議です。律者の力を使い続けていたにもかかわらず、彼女の体内の崩壊エネルギーは増大しています。
衛星による天球士上空の観測によれば、あのエンジンが爆発した後に発生した崩壊エネルギーは拡散するどころかきれいに消失していた。空の律者があのエネルギーを吸収したのは明らかだよ。彼女は予想通りに成長している。本題に戻ろう。彼女が目覚めたのなら早速実験の開始だ。
今からですか？少し早すぎる気もしますが、今の彼女はまだ天命に強い敵意を抱いています。
As she should.
あれらのことを経験した後の彼女に天命を信用させる方法が残っているとは思えないよ。
You say that like you didn't put her through it.
逆に今の彼女の状態なら僕の望んだ力を見せてくれると思うが。さあ、実験を開始しよう。君ならうまくやってくれると信じているよ。君のやり方でね。
Oh my god, Otto. Private quarters. Kiana stared at the salad. For the first time in her life, she lacked an appetite for food. The Ark City dream and Durandal's words haunted her. May's faint, ghostly voice further tugged at her heart. Her gentle voice was once part of Kiana's life. She would hear it when getting out of bed, having a meal, or taking a class. Kiana then started reminiscing about her seemingly ordinary life in St. Freya. The door suddenly opened before she could seek comfort from past memories.
どうしたんですか？バサは苦手ですか？
魚は好きじゃない。骨があるから。昔は骨を取ってくれる人がいたんだけど。
冗談が言えるほど回復したのであれば、あなたの体を心配する必要はありませんね。
Durandal quickly cuffed Kiana.
ついてきてください。
ここはどんなところなの？
見ての通り、ただの廃墟です。
誰がこんなことを？
崩壊の他に、都市を一瞬で滅ぼすものがありますか？
As Durandal's prisoner, Kiana thought of things to say but secretly studied her surroundings.
見た感じ、役に
Durandal's intent remained a mystery, but this trip presented a great opportunity. Kiana focused on the dimensional fissures nearby that are visible only to the Herrscher of the Void. Having spent countless streams training with Fuhua, she could now find a safe, stable passage within the fissures. But she would need a vast amount of energy to achieve this teleportation, and she had only one shot at this. Kiana thought about Fuhua again, but her guiding voice was nowhere to be found. Now that she was recaptured by Schicksal, what would happen to Fuhua within her mind? Kiana gave that no further thought. She knew she had to escape. A sudden gust of wind created a dust cloud that separated the guard from her prisoner. Kiana seized the moment. She concentrated energy within the invisible dimension and tore the space apart like paper. A lance landed near her feet. She lost her focus. The portal disappeared without a trace. Having said those words, she opened Kiana's cuffs and let them fall into the sand. Oh boy, here we go. Ah, crap. Oh, crap, that's right. Execution value is something I have to keep an eye on. Although something tells me that I'm expected to lose this fight. Like, this fight is probably scripted. Yep, there it is. Just like with May. Oh? Or not. Why did I get stopped at that point then? The air imploded as Kiana launched herself at Durandal like a cannonball coiled for a powerful kick. Thud, sharp pain shot through her waist. Her attempt was stopped in its tracks. Durandal easily evaded her attack and responded with a similar kick that sent her flying.
Valkyrie 格闘術の要素が多く含まれています。異なる武技を融合するのは戦士として必要なことです。けど、あなたは才能に頼ってその動きを無理やり取り入れています。努力もなければそれを理解しようともしていない。 まるで大道芸のようですね。
何が言いたいの？
基本となる格闘技もままならないということは、あなたはまだ不完全だということです。あなたでは自分の力をコントロールできません。空の律者。あなたでは自分の力をコントロールできません。空の律者。
For many months, Kiana fought many battles alone while she drifted about in Arc City. But Kiana felt this battle was different. Her instincts warned her of an insurmountable gap between her and Durandal. Brute force would not defeat this opponent. She needed a different approach. Then came a stroke of inspiration. She remembered Fuhua's teachings.
検診を体を競技状態に入るものだと理解するといい。試合の前に頭を空っぽにして体をリラックスさせる。体の細かい変化を感じる。最後、体に流れる力以外、何も知らず、何も感じない。
Kiana gradually let go of herself. She paid no heed to who, why, or where she was fighting. Months of Onerit. I don't know how to say that word. Training and life or death situations culminated in this very moment.
モーネンを断ち、
Oh.
呼吸を落ち着かせる。何も知らず、何も感じない。
Come on, Kiana. Nice.
太虚剣気ですね。なるほど。力技だけではないようです。
ウォーミングアップは終わったよ。ここから私の本気を見せてあげる。
これはそろそろいいかもしれません。その勢いを保ったまま、実戦でも頑張ってください。
実戦？何のこと？何あれ？
あなたの相手はそれらです。
何を言ってるの？私たちの戦いはまだ終わってないよ。
すみません。これからのテストこそが私の仕事です。全力でそれらを倒して生き残ってください。
Okay, here we go. Nothing is different though. Like, this is the exact same Kiana that I was using before. Nothing has actually changed. Unless something has changed, but it's like such a small part of her kit that I'm just not noticing it.
出てくるなんて研究士の虫よりもしつこい。このまま戦っても無駄に力を消耗するだけ。
Sure is.
空中のあの空洞から出てきてたよね。だったらまずはあれをなんとかしないと。
Oh my god, Kiana!
空洞が消えた。やった。次はあんただ。
An exhausted Kiana crumpled to the ground. She spent nearly all her strength to deal that blow. She was in no shape to continue the fight. Her consciousness slipped away despite her struggles. The last thing she saw was the blonde Valkyrie slowly approaching her. Even then, she had yet to realize the purpose or meaning behind that test. Now, let me see something. Yeah, I think I'm gonna save the rest for the next episode, because there is no way I can get through it all in one episode. So, I will see you all next time.